Do we need to time these evaluations or not?
Well, we usually say, what time? Yeah, we could always say, what time should we do the timings for the
I haven't practiced my timing, I've just written notes.
Okay, I won't do it.
If you get bored, just
Ring the bell.
Sorry, you can have a rest on this
What
one.
would be the normal time for evaluation? 4
I think
minutes?
it's 4 minutes.
Competition is 6.
Competition is 6, or up to 6, or 6.
6 minutes, it stops at 6.
Well, let's use this as a test, see how long I take.
I'll time you that.
Yeah, just, I'd like to know,
Right,
interest,
sir.
actually.
Do you want me to put any lights up or just time you?
Just time me, otherwise it put me off, because I'm doing a speech, I normally have a green line, a yellow, and a red, so I know how far to get.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I'll mention that later. Right. Okay. Chair, Mr. President, members and guests. The A4 is audience rapport. It's using everything you've learned in all the previous assignments in order to build up some rapport with the audience, in harmony, it says in the manual, I think, in harmony. Connect with your audience. And you have to choose a suitable subject to get that audience reaction, one which the audience will be interested in, and this is where you can use pitch, pause and pace and good effect, so that you can pause a little bit to let the audience digest what you've just said, and then they can laugh or cry or whatever. And I'm going to move, can I move this a little bit further, because I can't see the person who's just spoken who I'm evaluating. The camera is dead centre between us. I don't think you move as well.
I sat down in there.
Oh, you're hiding deliberately, aren't you? Good idea.
Oh dear.
So, the introduction was good. She was climbing on top of a ladder, 3 foot high, on top of a motorhome. So she got people's attention, got my attention. Then she went straight into gestures of what it was actually like by slithering on top of the roof, crawling. She did some of this stuff. So you knew what the speech was going to be about. Then she said it would be easier if I used maybe a small child. And she said, oh. And people would find that funny, and there was a few giggles straight away. Within a minute of starting, there was a few giggles about that. And then she cottoned on to the fact that people are now lightening up, and she started talking about the cost of it all. She bought it with £30,000, and people who stopped giggling started giggling again, because I was watching the faces. And some word pictures came into it, talking about that sea view and the wind and how nice it was in the mobile home. That's the reason why she's there, going through all this roof stuff, because she's got the mobile home in a nice place and that's what she enjoys. So she painted a picture, the setting, and then she asked if anybody else has got one, because it's a nice thing to do, and somebody in the audience took the bait and said, yes, I've got one. So she had a little bit of a dialogue. Has it got a bed? Does it have a cooker? Is it? Yes. Well, a bit of dialogue. So there's a bit of audience rapport there. And with the gullible person who bought the and planted there deliberately maybe. And I've lost my place now, but I've written too small. So then he went on to the costs and the value of the market, and she asked again, does anybody know how much this will cost? And somebody made some flippant comment about billions, and she said, no! And everyone laughed at that as well. So people were in a laughing mode then. And yet once that happens, you have to keep it going, otherwise, so you don't let them calm down. Once people start smiling and laughing.
Yeah, how was the other plan?
Yes. So we then went on, and the speaker built on that, and she said, of course you do it all on your own. It's really difficult being alone doing this, and you need people to help you, and also someone to blame when it goes wrong. And that caused a bit of laughter as well. And she did gestures about spare parts. You need spare parts and someone to fit them, and she used the voice thing there, spare parts. So she used a bit of voice which is the previous one, I think A4 or A3 or something. So she used all the previous assignment skills in this speech. And then near the ending, she ended up well, I thought, because it was everything is an adventure. I thought, yeah, that's good. Especially the swearing, that certainly improved. And then people laughed again. So mainly the rapport was laughing and little smiles in between. I'm not sure about this side, but on that side, we all were permanent smile on everyone's faces. This sort of thing. I heard a few giggles from this side. So the rapport was good. And the final advice was get a partner and a dog. So, and the whole thing ended up with people laughing as she went away and sat down. So it ended up with laughing. So I thought, as far as all the content of it and the rapport, it was very good. But there's learning points. The main learning point was, guess, the timing. The timing. And there was this speaker, I've heard her speak lots of times before, and she's normally very good with her timing. She's good at timing and getting it right, and she knows how to do it. So this time there was confusion with the block and the red. I'm not sure what it was, but there was some confusion, and she didn't get the timing right. And I think it's a shame for that to spoil the show. So I think she should go on to the next level, but to watch out with the timing, because the next one is the showpiece. With the showpiece, timing matters. If you don't get the timing right, you're not passing. I wasn't there for that one. So, yeah, okay. Oh, and for the showpiece, you have to do the timing, but you can get it wrong. But one good thing with the timing is there's a few people here who've done that. Brian's not here, he's pretty good at it. When you do your speech, at the end of it, you have something that you can miss out if necessary. And if your timing goes wrong for your fault or any other reason, you can just miss out this chunk at the end and finish it. Or you can add it in if you're going too slow. So have something at the end that you can add or leave out. And that's a good tip. And then you can always finish on time and you never get any penalty points. So I thought it was a really good, entertaining A4 speech. So move on to the next one.